Hey there, future homeowner. So, you're finally ready to take the plunge into San Jose's real estate market. Well, congratulations. But with the median home price of about 1.5 million and some of the most competitive housing conditions in the country, it can feel absolutely overwhelming. So today we're diving deep into the world of townhomes versus condos, specifically here in San Jose. And I'm going to share something that might surprise you about what you're actually buying when you think that you're getting a townhome. I'm here to help first-time home buyers just like you navigate this crazy home ownership journey in Silicon Valley. And trust me, I know how intimidating it can be when you're looking at price tags that seem to have more zeros than your bank account. But by the end of this video, you'll understand the real pros and cons of each option in San Jose's unique marketplace, including the truth about modern townhouses and their construction that most agents won't tell you up front, so that you are able to confidently choose the perfect place to call home. So before we dive into San Jose specifics, let's talk about something that might shock you as a first-time buyer. Most of what looks like townhomes in modern San Jose developments aren't actually townhomes at all. Here's the deal. Over the past 20 years or so, California builders have largely stopped building traditional townhomes due to land costs and developmental economics. Instead, they're building townhome style condominiums that look like townhomes but are actually legally defined as condominiums. When you walk through a new development and you see what looks like a row of attached homes with individual entrances and small balconies and garages, you might assume that you're looking at townhomes. But when you check the title report, which is a document that shows you the legal ownership structure, it will likely say condominium. And this isn't about developers trying to trick you, it's about land use efficiencies and economics. By creating condominium ownership structures, builders are maximizing the number of units on expensive Silicon Valley land while still giving buyers the feel of townhome style living. So let's clarify what you're really shopping for in today's San Jose marketplace. There's the traditional condos, and these are your classic condos, units in a building where you own the interior space and share ownership of the building, the land, the common areas, all through an HOA. And usually it's an apartment style building or high rise with possible 4 attached neighbors. And then there's the townhome style condo. So these are the ones that look like traditional townhomes. They're multi-story, attached with individual entrances, possibly with small patios or zero lot space. But the title report will show them as condominiums. You own the unit's interior, but the land and the common areas are owned collectively through an HOA, the true townhomes. So these are the ones that are rare in new construction, but exist in older types of neighborhoods. There are two possibly attached neighbors on each side, and the title report will show individual ownership of both the structure and the land that's attached to it. So it'll be listed as a fee instead of a condo. So you own your own unit and you also own the piece of dirt that's attached to it. The difference isn't just legal paperwork, it actually affects everything from your financing options to your monthly costs to your long term investment potential. So let's talk money and how these ownership structures could affect your wallet. As of 2025, traditional condos in San Jose typically range from about 600,000 to maybe 1.2 million for first-time buyers. Townhome style condos usually run about 900 to about 1.7, and true townhomes, when they do become available, often start at about 1.3 and can go much higher because of the rarity and individual land ownership. But here's something to consider. As of 2025, with the passage of SB 326, otherwise known as the balcony law, condos or townhomes that belong to an HOA and have hanging balconies have serious liability potentials if the balconies and walkways have deferred maintenance issues that result in potential safety hazards. Once they have been identified as safety hazards, they will be reported by the inspector to the local authorities and must be corrected whether the HOA has the sufficient funds or not. And I'll link a video that I made about this specific issue right here. So watch it. There is a lot of detailed information about potential pitfalls and liabilities. The financial health of the HOA plays a huge role in your purchasing decision, as you may be unknowingly walking into an unaffordable special assessment situation soon after you become an owner in this new community. Now, here's where the ownership structure really matters for your finances. HOA fees are unavoidable for both condos and townhomes. In San Jose, you're looking at maybe $500 to $800 a month for the standard condo complex with such amenities as a gym, pool, a clubhouse, and maybe $300 to $500 per month for townhome style condo communities, depending on the amenities and what's included. For true townhomes, you may have lower HOA fees, maybe 100 to 200, but you may not have as much in terms of communal space to share or maintain. So make sure to check the CC&Rs or the covenants, conditions, and restrictions for the details relating to the particular community and its financial responsibilities. And property taxes work the same for all three types, but the true townhomes often appreciate better over time because you actually own the land that's beneath. And in Silicon Valley's land scarce environment, this can make a significant difference in your long-term wealth building capabilities. Financing can also differ. Some lenders have specific requirements for condo projects, especially if the HOA has financial issues or if there are too many units that are rentals as opposed to owner-occupied properties. Let's talk about what you're actually getting for your money in each type. With the traditional condo, typically offers maybe 700 to maybe 1,500 square feet, usually in a more compact single level footprint. You might get a balcony and you'll have access to shared amenities like a pool, fitness center, and other community spaces. Townhome style condos usually provide maybe 1,200 to 2,000 square feet of space spread across multiple floors. Many include private patios or balconies, and most have attached garages. You get the feel of a townhome with the legal structure of a condo. True townhomes offer similar space to the townhome style condo, but with the crucial difference. You actually have a piece of land that comes with the property. And for San Jose buyers, true townhomes offer a significant advantage. You gain exclusive access to private outdoor space in a market where any backyard or patio area commands premium value. So this ownership of that external space provides both lifestyle benefits and investment potentials that's increasingly rare in this competitive Bay Area housing market. Here's where many first-time buyers get surprised. Even if you buy what looks like a house with its own yard and garage, if the title shows it as a condo, you're living under HOA rules and own things collectively. You only own the airspace inside. The traditional condo living is more like apartment style living, but you actually own it. There's typical community interaction, shared amenities, and collective decision-making processes. Townhome style condo living gives you more privacy and space, but you're still part of an HOA community. You might have a small patio or a balcony, but the HOA maintains common areas and makes rules about everything from parking to pet policies to exterior modifications or colors. True townhome living feels more like traditional home ownership. You're more responsible for your own maintenance and have more autonomy over your own property. But again, check the HOA rules about exactly what you are allowed to do. And the big potential red flag: when communities are on the smaller side, they often find that the HOA skips hiring professional management companies, and instead, homeowners take turns volunteering to handle the day to day management tasks. And it's a great way to save money, obviously, and many smaller communities make it work just fine. But here's the catch: going the volunteer route isn't without its challenges. And when neighbors are managing the books and handling legal issues, things can get tricky pretty quickly. Most homeowners, no matter how well intentioned, simply don't have the experience with the financial and legal complexities that come with running an HOA. This is especially true when it comes to things like California's new balcony law. If the community has balconies, decks, or elevated structures, they're dealing with some serious inspection obligations and potential liability issues. Without professional guidance, it's easy for volunteer boards to miss important deadlines or requirements, and that can spell trouble for everyone within the community. So, while volunteer management definitely saves money up front, it's worth thinking about whether those savings are worth the potential headaches down the road, or whether you want to buy into that type of a situation as a buyer. In San Jose, where many residents work long hours in tech, the reduced maintenance responsibilities of condo ownership can be pretty appealing. However, if you want more control over your living environment, understanding these legal differences is crucial. Here's where the ownership structure really impacts your long term wealth building. Appreciation potential historically favors the true townhome because you obviously own the land that's attached to the property. In Silicon Valley, land is the scarcest commodity right now, and that scarcity obviously drives up value. Rental potentials can be different too. True townhomes often have more rental appeal and fewer restrictions than condos, which might limit rental through HOA rules. Resale considerations matter because some buyers specifically seek out true townhomes for the land ownership that's associated with as a component, making them potentially easier to sell to certain types of buyers. However, don't discount condos and townhome style condos altogether. In San Jose's supply constrained marketplace, all types of housing have appreciated well, and the lower maintenance burden can also be a significant advantage to some buyers. So, how do you choose in San Jose's unique marketplace? Choose a traditional condo if you want lower maintenance, more shared amenities, potential lower entry costs, and don't mind living closer to neighbors and have stricter HOA rules. It's great for buyers and professionals who want more urban convenience. Choose a townhome style condo if you want more space and privacy than the traditional condo and are okay with HOA oversight and share ownership obligations. It's a middle ground that many San Jose buyers find appealing. You get the feel of a townhome, meaning no, neighbors attached to you above or below, but with some of the conveniences of condo ownership. Choose a true townhome if you can find one that's within your budget and you want maximum control over your property and you don't mind more maintenance obligations and are thinking more long term about your land ownership and appreciation potentials of that land. So here's my San Jose specific advice. Don't get hung up on what something looks like or is marketed as. Realtors generally market townhome style condos as townhomes. So always ask your agent to show you the preliminary title report so that you can understand the legal ownership structure itself. A property that looks like a townhome might legally be a condo, and that affects everything from your financing to your future renovation plans. And also, always check the HOA's financial health before buying any property with a condominium ownership situation. In California's expensive marketplace, some HOAs are struggling with maintenance costs and insurance related premiums, and especially if your building has hanging balconies or decks. Remember, in San Jose's market, whether you buy a traditional condo, a townhome style condo, or a true townhome, you're entering into one of the most competitive real estate markets in the country. The key is understanding exactly what you're buying and how it fits your lifestyle and financial goals. Don't be swayed by marketing terms or what something may look like from the street. The preliminary title report tells the real story. Ask your agent directly, what does the preliminary title report show? Is this a condominium or is this a townhome? That one question can save you from costly surprises down the road. So, what questions do you have about these differences in ownership structures in San Jose? Have you been looking at properties and been wondering what's the difference between condominium and townhomes? Drop your questions in the comment below. I read them and also often create videos based on your suggestions or comments. If this video helped you understand San Jose's marketplace a little better, hit that like button and subscribe for more buyer tips like this and specifically for San Jose. And remember, home ownership in San Jose might be complex and challenging, but understanding things like these differences put you ahead of most other buyers in the marketplace. So I'll catch you in the next video.